Second English School Bandrized. Today I'm going to do the final portion of our first lesson, that is field visit. Today I'm going to discuss with you all the question and answer. And after discussing the question and answer, we will go through the whole lesson once again, so that if you have any doubts, you can clear your doubts. Students, if possible to you, take out your textbook, notebook, pen, pencil, whatever you have, to write down the question answer, or if possible, you can take the screenshots of the question answer. If you are unable to write with the pace I am explaining you. Keep ready with your textbook, pen and pencil, students. See, once I'll start explaining the question answer, listen to that and accordingly keep on writing the question answer. If not possible by you to write down and listen simultaneously, take a screenshot of the question answer. Okay, so I'll start. Question number 1. What types of information of a field can be collected by field visit? So here we are asked about the types of information. So when you are going for a field visit actually it's a trip. It's not a trip of entertainment, it's a trip of gathering information regarding geographical study. Okay, there are many concepts which we are going through and which we are collecting by field visit. So the types of information we can collect are geographical, social, economic, cultural, historical, etc., etc. These etc. means apart from this information, you can collect many more information. Okay, so these are the types of information of a field can be collected by field visit. If I'll say geographical, in the sense like you can collect information regarding soil, the human pattern of human settlements, then vegetation, relief features, rainfall. These are the information you can collect in a geography. Okay, social means how people are living in a particular area, how is their livelihood, what are the types of food they are eating, their diet, their dressing pattern, their behavior. Okay, this comes under what? Social. And then economic. Economic means what is their what is their economic status, how much they are earning, whether they are capable of fulfilling the needs of their family or not. Okay, what are the hurdles coming in, what are the hurdles coming in fulfilling the needs of the family, why they are unable to produce proper economy in a year or in a month. Okay, and then cultural, then historical. So these are the types of information of a field can be collected by field visit. So this is number question 1. Now let's go to question number 2. I'm waiting for 2 minutes or 1 minute for you to take a screenshot. So let's move to the next question. That is question number 2. So number question 2 is, during field visit, how will you obtain various types of information? See, whenever you're going to a trip or a visit, so you need to prepare yourself for certain kind of things. Okay, otherwise your field visit would be a wastage if you will not obtain such kind of information during field visit. So the type of information obtained by a visitors are, they are supposed to observe facts, interview concerned officials, and study the documents available at the selected fields. I'll repeat again. During field visit, we will obtain various information by observing facts. Observing facts means the different kinds of documents they are having, the written sources, the oral sources, and again many kind of sources like material sources. The facts which they are having, we will obtain various information by observing that facts. And then we will interview concerned officials. Like you had studied in this chapter only. When students reach a destined place, their destined place, they ask the village officer, that is the Thalat, when they visited Thalati office, they ask the officer regarding the land revenue system. Okay, so they are supposed to interview concerned officials, and then the students available at the selected field. Question number 3. What are the indicators of difference in precipitation? Take a screenshot of this. Then I'll move to the third question. What are the indicators of difference in precipitation? Question number 3. The answer is vegetation. Of course, vegetation, structure of houses, costume of people, light, etc. are the indicators of difference in precipitation. Okay. So all these factors decides the precipitation of a particular region. Now next is question number 4. What precautions will you take continuously during field visit? So what precautions we will take? The first one is we will ensure safety of oneself. That is most important. Unless you are unable to take care of yourself, you are unable to take care of others. So it is mandatory for you to ensure safety of oneself first and then others, and will carry identity card, first aid box, etc. for emergency circumstances. First aid box and identity card is very, very, very important when you are going for a field visit. The second one, we will strictly obey the instructions given by teachers. This is also very important. Unless you obey the instructions, you can go in the wrong directions. So obeying instructions given by teachers are very important. Then number 3, during field visit, we will try to gather information about local circumstances by conversing with the local people. As I have told you, as I explained you, that when you are going for a field visit, to obtain information more about the particular region or particular place, it is very important for you to have a communication with the local people, because these people know much about the area, and this comes under what? Oral sources. Now the fourth one, we will also ensure that one does not harm the environment in any way during field visit. So when you are going for any kind of tour, any kind of visit, it is very important to keep in mind to preserve our heritage. If you will give any kind of harm to the environment, definitely the tourism sector will affect. So it is very, very important for you all, or anyone, those who are going for a field visit, to preserve the heritage and also not to give any kind of harm to the environment. Take a screenshot of question number 4. Okay. Now let's move to question number 5. What items will you take with you for field visit? What items will you take with you for field visit? See, the following items we will take with us for field visit. The following items are as follows. Number first is notebook, pen, pencil, camera, scale, etc. to collect information. And most important, you have to carry your identity card, okay? Which I have mentioned in the fourth answer. Notebook, pen, pencil, camera, scale, etc. to collect information. Notebook to write on the observation patterns, and camera to capture the data which you are observing, etc. etc. The second one, compass for knowing directions and maps for understanding various locations. So these two are most important: compass for knowing directions, to know the directions whether you're going to the north side, west side, eastern side, or southern side, and maps for making you the region more clear, the areas more clear, so that you could reach to the right directions. Question number third, number third point, questionnaire as per the purpose of field visit. The purpose for which you are visiting the field. For example, if you are visiting a factory, an industry, or any school, or any farm place, so you are supposed to prepare questionnaire on the basis of your field visit, okay? And the purpose for which you are visiting that field. Fourth is containers or bags for collecting samples of water. For example, if you are going for a geographical study, for field visit for a geographical study, then you would collect samples of water, soil, rocks, plants, crops, etc. etc. Also a cap, a bottle for drinking water, first aid box, etc. etc. All these things are very important to take with you for field visit. Take a screenshot of the fifth answer, fourth and fifth answer. Okay. Next is, it is necessary to take items required for field visit and the questionnaire along with us. It's a give reason. And why it is necessary. See, the items like notebook, pen, pencil, scale, camera, etc. are essential to collect information during field visit. The second point, containers or bags are required for collecting samples, as we discussed in the previous answer. Containers or bags are required for collecting samples of water, soil, rocks, plants, crops, etc. Questionnaire helps in collecting information of a particular geographical concept, element, process, etc. Therefore, it is necessary to take items required for field visit and the questionnaire along with us. Take a screenshot of sixth question. Take a screenshot of this also. Okay. Now next question number 7. Are the sentences right or wrong? Rewrite the wrong ones. The first question. During field visit, the information can be obtained by interviewing local people. Yes, it is totally right. If we will interview local people, or if we have a conversation, communication with the local people, it is uh, easier for us to obtain information. So this is the right answer, and there is no need to correct this one. The second one, there is no need of planning for field visit. It is totally wrong. There is a need of planning for a field visit. Unless you plan for a field visit, you are unable to understand the geographical study and the relationship between the environment and the human settlement. So it is very important to have a planning for a field visit. Third question, regions and necessities influence the difference in the means of livelihood. Yes, of course. Regions and necessities do influence the difference in the means of livelihood. So it is totally right answer. Depending on the region and the area, people are living, and their necessities also influence according to the region. For example, the people who are living in the rural areas, they are unable to enjoy the life and the standard of living as enjoyed by the people living in the urban area. So regions have a great influence in the livelihood of a people. If you compare people of different areas, for example, people living in Himalayas or in Himachal Pradesh and Jammu Kashmir, if you see the livelihood of that people or those people are too much different from us. Their way of dwelling, their way of living is different from us. Not that much different, but yes, little difference. So it is the right answer. Number 4, vegetation is an indicator of difference in precipitation. Yes, it's right answer. The amount of rainfall and the availability of water decides how and when we have to irrigate certain kind of crops. As I have explained you that the area which receives good amount of rainfall, you can see paddy fields over there, and the area which doesn't, the amount of paddy fields or the growth of paddy fields there is less. The fifth one, geographical field visit is a visit to a particular place with the purpose of entertainment. So it is totally wrong. When we are visiting a place for geographical information, the purpose behind that visit is not entertainment. The purpose behind the visit is geographical study. So the answer of this question is wrong. The correct sentence is geographical field visit is a visit to a particular place with the purpose of geographical study. Hope you have understood the answers explained by me. Take a screenshot of this. Okay. I've shown you the question. Now see, I'll show you one video on how to make a report when you are visiting, when you're going for a field trip or a field visit. How will you make a report writing? How will you prepare a report of the things which you have observed or which you have visited? Okay, so I'll play one video. Just go through that video. So in this video, we will see how to write a report on field visit. So when you are visiting a particular area or particular site, how to write a field visit report. So in this video, you will be helped knowing how to write report. Okay. So it will be very beneficial for you. For example, if you are going for any higher studies in future, or when you will visit a certain kind of place. So this report writing helps you in writing a report. See, when you are studying geography, now you should study it very practically, not theoretically. People are saying that as it is a notion of the people. People keep on saying that history, geography is just a theoretical studies. I will never say to you, I will never tell you all that it is a theoretical study. Like science and mathematics, it is to a practical study. Because in geography, if you will learn theoretically, now you won't be able to understand the elements and the process. Okay. So when you go theoretically, now you will understand and enjoy geography studies. Similarly, history also. So whenever you are studying, now you try to study it theoretically, not practically, not theoretically. Okay, that is why I'm explaining you all these things. See. See, go through the importance of field visit. See, field visit, as I've explained you in the beginning of the lesson, a field visit is an important method of studying geography. Field visit helps in understanding the correlation between man and nature. It helps us to understand the geographical, social, and economic conditions of a particular place in a region. It also provides an opportunity to directly interact with the local people and understand the problems. So these are the importance of field visit. So when we interact with people, it becomes easier for us to understand the problems as well as the local conditions. Now, how to write a field report? See, while writing report on a field visit, see these three things you have to keep in mind. The first one is introduction, second one is main body, the third one is conclusion. Okay, introduction, main body, and then conclusion. These three are more important. And what are the information we have to fill in these three categories? Okay, let's start with introduction. See, now introduction, you can include the points like name of site, village, factory, institution which you are visiting, location of the same, Then objective or purpose behind visit in 1 or 2 sentences. For example, see, introduction includes your subject, right? As I told you, name of the site where you are visiting. So name of the site, like in the beginning you will write a report. For example, you are visiting Elephanta Island or Elephanta Cave. So what you will write, or you are visiting Alibag. So what you will write there? A report on field visit to Alibag, or a report on field visit to Elephanta Island. Okay, so this would be your beginning subject. Then location of the same, where Elephanta Cave is located. It is located in near Alibag. Okay, then what are the aims and objectives of visiting that Elephanta Cave? So what are your aims and objectives? You are visiting Elephanta Cave to study the concept of island. Okay, so your aims and objectives would be to study the concept of island, and second, to collect detailed information of Elephanta Caves or Elephanta Island. Then you will write, see, the next point is location of the same. In the location you will write location of Elephanta Island. So here you will write the location where it comes actually. So it is a piece of land that is surrounded on all sides by water, is called island. As you all know that an island is surrounded by the water. All the 4 sides are water, and in the middle it is situated. And it is a small island located in Trombek Creek near South Mumbai. So this comes under location of the site. And next you will write Elephanta Cave or Elephanta Islands is located in Raigad district. Now how much area it has covered? Okay, how much area it has covered? The island has an area about 10 kilometers square at high tide. It has an area about 16 kilometers square at low tide. So this is the area of island. Now next is the transportation facilities to reach island. Okay, so what are the transportation facilities? How would you reach there? There are boats or ferry ride facilities from Gateway of India to Elephanta Caves. It takes around 1 hour to reach caves from Gateway of India. One can get a fine view of skyscrapers located in Mumbai, massive tanker ships, seagulls, etc. during the journey. So this kind of views you can see during your visit to the cave. Okay. Then next. Then main body. Main body includes how many students or teachers are visiting the place. Then you have to write the number of students visiting the place, number of students and teachers visiting to Elephanta Caves, and then duration, route taken, mode of transport, as I explained you now. Route taken and type of mode of transport. A short synopsis of entire travel. A short synopsis of entire travel. Then important feature of site. For example, if you're visiting a village, so you will write they're famous for water conservation. Okay. Then previous situation of the village. For example, what are the previous situation of the village? What are the things villagers had suffered through? So for example, frequent drought or shortage of drinking water, hardship of women, less enrollment of girls in school, loss of wages, or measures taken to reduce all these problems. Then what are the problems faced by the local people, like social, economic, or public mentality? Then what are the solutions given to them to reduce all these problems? For example, the problems of contour trenches, building of a small dam, plantation to increase vegetation cover. Then what are the use of modern technology? How they are using modern technology? For example, if they don't have modern technology, help of NGOs could be taken, then help of government department could be taken, participation of educated youth could be taken to increase the use of modern technology. Then if we are seeing that people are suffering a lot and a change is needed, we can give them information on social awareness, like key factor to bring changes. Okay, so all these things comes under main body. Okay, the first one is introduction. In introduction, you will write the name of the site, location, extent, and then area. And then in main body, you can write transportation facilities, then major attractions, human life, and then problems faced by people. Okay, as now I was telling you about Elephanta caves. So in Elephanta caves, when you are visiting Elephanta caves, so you will write the human life in Elephanta cave. So Elephanta cave has a population of about 1500 to 2000 people. Most of the people are engaged in occupations like tourism, growing rice, fishing, and repairing boats. As I told you that when there is a good amount of water availability, then you can grow their paddy fields, for like rice, and you can do primary occupations of like fishing, boating, etc., etc. And what are the problems faced by elephant people living in Elephanta Island? Sometimes people on Elephanta Island faces the problems of shortage of drinking water because they are not getting fresh water. Okay, educational and medical facilities are not properly developed on Elephanta caves. So these are the information you can collect while visiting to a field visit. This is the method of preparing a report on a tour or any field visit you are going. Now next you have to write conclusion. Conclusion means you are writing a small summary of what are the things you have included in introduction and main body. For example, achievements, for example, village, like Adarsh Gram President Medal, inclusion of Gram Panchayat members on important boards at state level, then key learnings and observation, mention importance of field visit in 2-3 sentences. Okay, so conclusion is a short summary of what you have written in introduction and main body. Okay, so in this way you could write a report. Take a screenshot of this also, students. Take a screenshot of the video. In the main body, if you want, you can add your own point apart from the points given here, or apart from the points which I have discussed with you. Take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot. Okay, students. See here, I finished my lesson of field visit. Hope you all have enjoyed the lesson well. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me. I am showing you the whole slide from the beginning and go through the slides and go through the lesson. If you come across any doubts, you can ask me. See, we have uh 5-10 minutes left with us. You can simultaneously take a screenshot also. Importance of field visit, take a screenshot and you can unmute yourself, students. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Go through each and every lines. If you are coming across any difficulty or if you are unable to understand any concept, you can ask me. And keep on taking screenshots.
Teacher, good morning, teacher.
Good morning, beta. What's your name, from which school?
Teacher, my name is Zoya Gausuddin Sheikh. I am Pantnagar Municipal English Secondary School.
You have any doubts?
Yes, teacher. ये आपने जो अभी पढ़ा है वो फर्स्ट फील्ड विजिट का एक्सरसाइज का क्वेश्चन है ना?
ये बेटा आपका डाउट है. एक्सरसाइज
No.
के भी क्वेश्चंस थे and additional questions also I have given you, which is not there in your exercise. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Any other doubts you have?
No, teacher.
Okay, very good. I will display this for a second. If you want, you can take the screenshot. Sightseeing field trip. Then language and cultural educational field trip. Next is gardening and farming field trip. Then manufacturing facility field trip. The next one is eco adventure field trip. Then business educational tour. Take screenshots of all this also. Geographical concept. What is latitude? Then next is what is longitude? What is water bodies? What is relief? Then definition of natural vegetation. The different types of vegetation. Tropical evergreen forest. Tropical evergreen forest. Geographical location. Then tropical deciduous forest. Go through and let me know if you have any doubts. Then dry tropical deciduous forest definition. Temperate deciduous forest. Tropical thorn forest. Then different settlement patterns. Linear settlement, its photo. Nucleated settlement. Students, do you have any doubt? Let me know fast. We have 4 minutes left. Then dispersed settlement. Students, unmute yourself and ask me the doubts if you have. If you have no doubt, then say, teacher, you have no doubts.
Students, those who are raising their hands, ask your doubts. Sunita Yadav, Rihan from Sakarnagar, Manisha Gaude. You're raising your hands, unmute yourself. Rehan Sheikh, Afzal Sheikh. Unnecessary, if you're raising your hands, then lower your hands. Zubair Ansari. Students, unnecessary, if you're raising your hands, lower your hands. I think, teacher, they're not having their doubts. Just we have still 2-3 minutes. So show the slides. If anybody
ma'am.
wants to take the screenshots, they'll
Okay,
take
ma'am.
it.
Okay.
can we stop here?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Students, stay continued for the next lecture.